Welcome back to another episode of the SpeedRacinJason Podcast. Before we really get into it, I need to do my little ad reads real fast, which you guys all know I don't really have ads. That's whatever. We don't need to talk about it. But I do have to say, if you want to support me, you can do so over on the Patreon. That's probably the best way to do it. Other than that, there is a new way you can do it. You can hop over onto SpeedRacinJason.com. It is official. I finally have a website. It took me forever, but I finally launched one. I'm super excited about it. It's up there. The shirts sold out. They were doing good. Whatever. You can buy stickers. That's what you could do. Stickers are still for sale on there. And like I said, the Patreon, that's another way to do it. I will put all of the links down below in the description. Alrighty. I think that time I actually got the ad read under a minute, maybe? I don't know. I don't really know. Either way, it's back. Yeah, I don't know. I should be coming at you guys with a lot more energy than that because it has been a while. It's been like 2 full months probably since I've done an episode of the SpeedRacinJason Podcast. That is for a whole number of reasons. I've been so busy just working on everything. Per usual, you guys know how it goes. I don't even really know where to start because I don't know. I know it's not going to go in chronological order, and honestly, it's just going to be a train of thought flowing out. One of the things that has been taking up a lot of my time is working on these cabinet things that I'm looking at over here in the distance. If you guys are watching the video, you can see me just spacing out, looking over at them right now. And I'm in the process of staining them right now, and I don't know. I got the window open, but the fumes are still in here, so if I'm kind of spacey and the thoughts are just fucking all over the map, it's whatever. You know, it is what it is. I'm out here trying to do a podcast because it has been so long. I just want to finally get back into it. You know, it's been a minute. This is episode 25 of the SpeedRacinJason Podcast. Kind of. It's technically episode 25. But here's the thing, and we'll just get into this first, is I came and did a podcast on Halloween. I don't know why I said I came over here, because it's like I didn't come over here. I live here, you know. But tried to record a podcast on Halloween is what I'm saying. And it was something, you know. I think it was okay, but the thing is it had been so long since I had done a podcast, and I was just feeling really kind of down, and I was having a hard time even doing it, and I did it, and I wore a hamburger helper costume, and it was just super fucking weird, I think, and I don't know, I think Ethan gave me this idea, and I think he's kind of right. I think the best way to handle this situation is it's just probably going to go on the Patreon. I think that's the only way you can get that, so go over to the Patreon if you want to see that, because I don't know. You can watch it. I think it's probably pretty funny. It's just also like, felt like it was kind of sad, bro. I'm just like, because I was kind of sad boy vibes, but I'm wearing a fucking hamburger helper hand. So I'm just, I don't even know, man. I don't think I'm doing a good job of selling it right now either, but it was kind of sad. You know, I'm just out here doing this podcast like by myself to like not that many listeners, if we're being honest, and I'm in a hamburger helper outfit, and I'm just like, and I was on all sorts of sad boy vibes. I don't know why. I'm probably remembering it a little different, if I'm being honest. I don't even know. Either way, I never posted it, and then after that, I've just been feeling like I've been having an even harder time trying to post the next episode because I'm like, you know, that one didn't go good, so I'm like, okay, I got to try again, and you know how it is. You get busy, and then something doesn't work out that good, and you're like, oh, why don't I just stop doing that? And I'm like, I don't want to stop doing this, bro. I want to keep doing podcasts. I think they're pretty entertaining. I'd love to get some more guests back in here. I haven't had a guest in here forever either, and so I don't know, you know, it's been weird times, but we're back, dude. We're just trying, and that's all I'm saying, and I'm pretty fucking excited to be back, honestly, and I think this one is way better than the hamburger helper outfit episode, and I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments, though. Or not. And if it's bad, don't tell me in the comments, because it's not going to make me feel any better. That's something Yeah, I was like on all these sad boy vibes, and then I like did that Hamburger Helper Halloween episode, and then I was on like Instagram, and some douchebag just left like a mean comment, and it just like hit me way too hard because I was like already in like sad boy vibes, you know. And then I was just like, it's gonna be all right, but I don't know, dude. He just like snuck on over into my Instagram trying to ruin my day, and he kind of did. Not really. I'm not giving him the time of the day, bro. But I'm like, it just it hit me hard because I was like on a different level, and I'm just like, I don't know. He was like, just stop or something like that, and I'm like, you know what, bro? Maybe I will. Maybe I will stop. But I'm like, I won't. You know how it goes. 10 minutes later, I'm like, fine again, you know. Not really. It took me a couple days. How long has it been since I uploaded the last one? You know what I mean? Either way, bro, we're back. I don't know. I'm like, I think this one is going to be, I'm kind of running into the same issue where I'm like, it has been a little while, so there might be a little bit of free space in between. And it's also like, when I don't have a guest, there obviously has to be some free space in between because I need to breathe sometimes. And I'm looking at the bars right now, and it just looks like a whole lot of talking over on the audio waves or whatever. I'm like, man, bro, I don't even think I breathe, or you know what I mean. But what has happened since the last one? I drifted out of Pat's Acres. That was super sick. I uploaded that video. Go check that one out if you haven't seen it. Drifted the 240 again. It's been a while. It's been like a year and some months since the last time I drifted because I started dating Abby, and I've been dating her for almost like a year and a half or something like that. And it's like she'd never see me drift, you know, so she just like knew I had this 240 that sat and rotted out behind the garage, and she was kind of always like, I wonder if he actually drifts, I think. And so I finally did it, bro. Finally was back. There was a bunch of people out there that were like, you have a 240? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And I felt kind of bad because I'm like, damn, dude, it's been that long. It's been that long, and I'm like, this car used to be my identity. You know what I mean? And I've been slacking. I haven't been driving it and shit like that. But I finally did again. And I don't know. I think it went pretty good for like what the car is. It's still pretty stock, honestly. I talked about it in the Patreon episode, or the episode that I'm posting on Patreon, but I think I'll go into more, or I went into more detail on that one than I will on this one, but I don't even think I really went into that much detail on that one because it's been so long now. It's been like a month since that happened, so it's like not even really all that fresh in my mind. I also have like snot in my nose and sounding all nasally probably on the mic. But the car needs some mods and get that thing to be ripping a little faster because it's nice. I think it needs a little bit more power, some racing seats to hold me into place, good e-brake. Me and Ethan were talking about like gearing it down so then it has a little bit more power on a track like Pat's Acres and something like that, all along those lines. I don't know. How bad did I do? I don't think I did bad. I did pretty decent. The clutch burned out for sure. Towards the end of the event, it was like real stinky. I ran out of gas. That was sick. And then we went and got gas, filled the car back up with gas. Well, not filled it up, but put like 2 gallons in it or whatever because we had to go to a gas station, buy a gas can, and then put gas in it because I didn't bring a gas can, of course. So we did all that or whatever. And then towards the very, very end, you know, so then we got like 10 more laps in, let's say. And that very last lap, I took Abby out for one more. She was like, let's just go for one more. And I was like, all right, let's do it. You know, I was all hyped up, and we went into the first corner, and the car just like, as I was drifting, just like the car just shut off, and then it just like kicked back on, you know, it just like ran out of gas because there was like hardly anything in it. And I was like, all right, dude, we're done. And instead of going for the rest of the lap, I just like came back. You know, if you've ever been to Pat's Acres after the first corner, you can just go straight and just go back into the pits. And that's exactly what I did. I was like, all right, bro, I need some gas to get this thing onto the trailer. It was a really good day. There wasn't a lot of drivers there, so I got a lot of seat time in, and I was pretty happy about it. I can't complain, dude. What else has happened since then? I also have done a bunch of, not a bunch, shouldn't say it like that, but a couple really big vinyl jobs that have been sick. If you are watching the audio, or I mean, if you're watching the YouTube version of this, which all of you guys are, I don't know why I always say it like that, because you can't just really watch the audio, or you can't really just listen to the audio of this yet. Like, it's not on Spotify or Google Podcasts or anything like that yet. I do have a website now. Like I said, SpeedRacinJason.com. Shameless plug. Doesn't matter. Now that I do have that website, though, that one of the things you can do with that is you can create like an RSS feed. That's what it's called. And then you have to get it verified, but it's really not that hard, I don't think. But yeah, sometime soon there should be an actual audio like RSS feed for this podcast that I'll set up and do all of that stuff, because like the website, doing all that stuff myself, you know how it is, doing everything around here by myself. But got that. And so, yeah, okay, what was I saying? If you're watching the podcast on YouTube right now, though, I'll toss in a couple of pictures of those vinyl jobs. I did like this gym, and it was just a couple different inspirational quotes throughout this office. So in their gym, I put this thing up that they wanted me to do, and it was, what does it say? It was like a week ago too, so I have to think about it, or 2 weeks ago. But it said decide, commit, succeed. And so then you're like working out on like the elliptical or whatever, and you're like looking at that thing, and you're like, damn, I decided, commit, and succeeded. And then up in their like meeting room, they wanted me to put up hard work beats talent. So I did that one as well. Both of them were like 8 feet by 8 feet worth of vinyl, so they're pretty big jobs, and they're kind of scary when I'm doing them, because I'm really nervous that they're not going to be straight and level. And I do my best, obviously, to make them straight and level. And so it was really cool. On the gym one, my dad actually helped me out, and he brought a laser, like one of the laser levels. It spins really fast, and then it makes like a red line on the wall. And then so we used one of those for the first time. Oh, are you okay? This cat just ran into the table jumping up here. This is a new cat. She's chilling in the office now. Her name's Nala. Please don't rub the microphone. Coda's down there. He's actually kind of chilling out during this podcast, which is nice. Oh yeah, so I did their 2 big vinyl jobs, and I'm pretty excited about them. And I don't know, it's just more stuff to add to the portfolio that I can kind of this cat just straight up drooled on me. Ew, bro. What? That was really weird. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know, it's just a couple more things that I can add into the portfolio, and kind of just show people when they're talking to me about trying to do a vinyl job. I'm like, dude, you cannot. This cat's just ramming this microphone right now. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I'm still just kind of rambling at this point, trying to go through what else I've been up to. Yeah, I did those vinyl activities. I've been working lots of shifts right now over at Joann's, but these next 2 weeks I'm only scheduled 2 days a week, which is really nice. So maybe I can actually stick in the routine of uploading podcasts for once and get you guys another one next week and stuff like that, maybe even sooner. I'd like to be uploading these things way more often, because we're coming up on a year I've been doing the SpeedRacinJason podcast, and I've only done like 25. So it's like one every 2 weeks, which is a pretty bad average, I feel like. I don't know. I'm sure you guys just, like, people that actually do listen and appreciate it, like, they like it, right? It doesn't really matter how often it comes out, but I think probably the more the better usually. Dude, this cat is drooling all over my hands, and it's grossing me out, but it's also like I gotta keep petting her so she doesn't ram the microphone like that. Dude, I don't even know what to be doing here. Kitty, hop down. she was chilling over there and wasn't interruptive the whole time up until now. Alrighty. What else has been happening? I did the website. I talked about that in the ad read or whatever, and that's been pretty crazy, dude. I finally have a website. It took me and I got the hiccups right now, dude. I don't even know. I'm the worst podcaster in the world, if we're being honest, but we're still trying. I started the website finally after 4 years of doing SpeedRacinJason and then selling merch and doing all this stuff. I finally started an actual website, so I'm really excited about it. And on the website, it has all of my vinyl work, so it shows all the different jobs I've done. Not all of them, but some of them, especially the cooler ones and stuff like that. And then I have a page for all the merch, and all the merch is made by myself. As you guys know, I'm pretty I don't even know, dude. What was I going with? I'm pretty excited, I guess. That's what I'm trying to get at. Is I'm just excited to have the whole thing finally there, and it kind of showcases everything I'm doing, I guess is what I was looking for. And people are always like, "Do you have a website?" And I'm like, "No." And then I just feel really unprofessional and just kind of dumb. And then they're like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll message you on Instagram. That's not weird." And and I don't know. It's also if I just have all my Speed Racing Jason hoodies posted up on the website, I feel like people are okay, I'll just go buy one if they want it. They don't have to because I feel like some people are probably I gotta message him personally and be like, "Hey, da 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 da, here's what size I am, and here's my address," or I'll come pick it up from you. And I don't know, I like doing that. Obviously, that's still an option. If I know who you are and you're a cool person, dude, just come over to the house. I don't give a shit. But yeah, a lot of people can just hop on the website now and be like, "Ooh, I want one." Bye. Because we're trying to make money, because I don't want to work at Joann's for the rest of my life. It's really kind of bumming me out, I think, honestly. I've talked about it a little bit in the beginning of the episode, but I feel part of my low sad boy vibes in the Halloween episode, part of that is kind of coming from Joanne. So apologies to if any of my dude. I hope one of my coworkers is listening, starts listening to this podcast and snitches on me, and then I get fired or something. But I want to just talk all the shit that happens at Joann's, but I don't think I can, because I always say Joann's and I don't want to get oddly sued or something. So we're just gonna make it up and say it's at a different job that it happened at. So this one time I was working at this job, and it just really isn't my favorite, and I'm trying to get out of there, go find something else, because I'm cutting fabric. Again, it's at a different job, not Joann's. I'm just out here cutting fabric with a bunch of old people, and I really don't have anything in common with them, so I'm just it's almost I'm hanging out with and all the customers are old as shit, dude. So I'm in Joann's again, dude. Shit, I screwed up. I'm at the other job, a different job, not Joann's, where I'm cutting fabric with a bunch of old people. And they are all the sweetest people in the world, but all of them are like my grandma. So it's almost I'm just with my grandma all the time now. So but it's not though, because my grandma's I can say whatever I want in front of my grandma. These are kind of older ladies that I work with, and I can't say anything. If somebody's really mean, I have a really rude customer, I can't be "Dude, that lady's a fucking bitch," da 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 da, because this lady's about to fucking stroke out when I tell her that, if you know what I mean, dude. I'm not even trying to be mean. I love all of them. They're nice people. I should say that. At this other job, not Joann's. And I don't know, dude. There's just a lot that goes along with it. At this other job that, again, is not Joann's, we constantly have raw sewage that backs up through this drain in our bathroom So then the whole store, again, not Joann's, different store, just smells like shit. And then people are like mad at me. And then they're like, do you know it smells bad in here? And I'm like, yes, I do. I do understand that it smells bad in here. And literally this fucking happened. And I don't know if I told this story yet on a podcast. And if I haven't, I'm sorry. And I wish I would have told it when it first happened so I could tell you like all of it, like when it really, was fresh in the mind. But it was one of the days where it was one of those shitty days where the bathrooms are broken because there's raw sewage all over the floor. And I'm standing there cutting fabric, not at Joann's, at a different store. I'm cutting the fabric though, and this person is like, just walks up, and I'm helping a different customer, and she has like a kid in her cart, and she's like, do you have a bathroom we can use? And I'm like, excuse me, to my manager, and I'm like, is the bathroom broken? Because I heard the bathroom is broken. Is it actually broken? It smells bad in here, so I'm assuming it's broken, type of thing. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, okay, no, we do not have a bathroom we can use. And she's like, what do you guys do? You guys don't go to the bathroom all day? She's like trying to be mean and like trying to like say I'm like lying or something. And I'm like, yeah, no, like our bathroom's broken. And when our bathroom's broken, that means we just have to walk over to the Dollar Tree and ask if we can use their bathroom. So, and I said it in like a nicer way at first. I'm like, maybe you can go try. And she's like, I'm not doing that. And she's like, and there we have this garbage can right there, and she just grabs this fucking garbage can, and she's like, I'm using this, and then tries to like take off with it. And I'm like, to my manager, I'm like, she's running away like with the, I'm like, she's like about to try and shit in this garbage can. I don't know what to do. And so then, yeah, I don't know, dude. It was just fucking wild. There's all sorts of things that I'm not really loving about the job, and it's just a part-time like kind of job that I was supposed to get during the quarantine because I wasn't making enough money with the vinyl business, and I'm still not really making enough money with the vinyl business. But I'm like, if I would just do everything and just like focus and work a lot harder, it would all, like, I probably could make enough money with the vinyl business. On top of that, like, I was doing kind of decent with like the little podcast thing. I had like not a lot, but I had a couple Patreon subscribers. It was up to like 3. They're all gone. That's okay. Not offended. Another thing that probably could have happened, might just not have on like the auto renewal thing, but that's okay. So I'm like, now I'm back down to 1 Patreon subscriber, and I'm like, shout out to you, Abby. I still love you. Because she's like, day one has that renewal on or whatever. But what I'm getting at is, I'm like, if I would just focus way harder with this fucking podcast and get back into the flow that I was doing, where it was all sounding a lot better. I was kind of found my voice a little bit, keep it going, just grow the podcast, get the merch sales up, do all of that. I probably could just quit Joann's, but I don't know if I'm like really like gonna be able to do that. I'm like trying to right now, but I'm also like, I am trying to maybe just find a different job that I can make a little bit more money at, go work full time, and then maybe also do that, maybe try and do both at the same time or whatever. But I'm trying to just stack up some money right now, get one of those vinyl printer cutters that I've always wanted, that I've always talked about doing, because I'm like just going down that list of like shit that I like always wanted to do, that I like said I was going to do that I hadn't done yet, like the website, got it, like go down that list. The next thing is probably like the printer. I've always wanted one of those, because that would just increase like the amount of shit I could do. I could do so much, but they're pretty expensive. So I guess what I'm getting at is I'm trying to start grinding again, go a little harder. It's fucking raining outside hard. So it's like, what else am I going to do, other than sit in my room and be depressed because it's fucking raining outside. Dude, I hate the rain. I live in Oregon. And so I should have like gotten over it by this point in time. Like Joe Rogan always talks about on his podcast, he's like, people that like live in rainy cities have like a grit to them and because they like are out in the rain and cold weather. And I'm like, dude, I'm the exact opposite. I'm a fucking pussy because I'm from Oregon, dude. I hate the rain. I just want to hide in here. or hide in my room. So if I'm going to be hiding in here, I might as well be recording podcasts and then driving to the fucking McDonald's to go sit in the parking lot and upload them, because we still don't got Wi-Fi, bro. That's one of the things, is like when this podcast pops off, dude, when I start grinding again right now, and then this thing all just pops back off, it's like one of the other investments I'm getting is a little Wi-Fi, bro. Get a little Wi-Fi out in this building. That'll be pretty essential to the YouTube career, is having internet access. I don't know. I think we pretty much just did a quick 30, and there's lots of other stuff that I've done in the past like 2 months since because yeah, like I said, it's been like 2 months since I've done a podcast, but we're trying to do them again, dude. It's one of those things, and I'm sure you guys know this, but it's like once you stop doing it, it's so hard to start back up again. So I already started again. That's the hard part. Now it's just like continuing it. So I don't know. We'll be back like next week or something like that. If you want to support the podcast, go over to the Patreon, go over to the website, buy some stickers. Like I said, the shirts are sold out, so we're good on that, you know. I'm excited about that. We got those taken off the website by now, because by the time I upload this, I will take that and mark that those are sold or whatever. So go over there, buy some stickers. Right now it's like a little sticker pack on there, so you can get 3 of the Halloween stickers. They're these cats. There's orange, black, and white. They're in a little envelope. You can get some of those, and one of the envelopes has a golden SpeedRacinJason ticket, and in that golden SpeedRacinJason, you'll get something out of my next merch drop. So I don't know. Do that and let me know. Let me know what you think. Sorry it's been so long, guys. Sorry it might be a little bit of a low energy podcast, because I'm like high off of fucking stain fumes in my garage right now, and just a little bit high because I was smoking weed before this. But it is what it is, dude. Have a good fucking day. Nice talking to you guys again. Have a good one. That's all I got to do, or that's all I got to say, guys. Have a good one. So, and thank you for watching. If you're back, see ya. I'm out. I don't know. It's probably not the best ending, and I'm sure I forgot to plug something, but it doesn't matter, bro. We good. We're done. We're out of here. Bye bye. Come on, kitty. We gotta get up.